Moving on, West Bengal's Cooch Behar witnessed back-to-back rallies. The day started with a campaign rally by West Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Supremo, Mamata Banerjee, who hit out once again at the Bharatiya Janata Party by calling them worse than poisonous snakes. She accused the party of misusing central investigation agencies and further went on to claim that the BJP was violating the Model Code of Conduct. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi launched a scathing attack on Didi over Sandeshkhali. He accused her and the party of safeguarding the culprits involved in the heinous incident. As both the leaders battle it out for the 42 Lok Sabha seats, the question that arises is, how will the BJP fare in West Bengal in 2024 as compared to 2019? Will the TMC be back in power? What's next in this battle? In fact, let's listen into some of the excerpts from the Prime Minister's speech.
बीजेपी ही है जो यहाँ माताओं बहनों पर होने वाले अत्याचार को रोक सकती है। पूरे बंगाल ने, पूरे देश ने देखा है कि कैसे टीएमसी सरकार ने संदेशखाली के गुनहगारों को बचाने के लिए पूरी ताकत लगा दी।
All right, Mr. Mukesh Tyagi, BJP spokesperson, joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Manav Jaiswal, TMC spokesperson, also with us on the show. Kiya Ghosh, political analyst, with us on the program as well. And Kamru Chaudhary, Congress leader, joins us on the program as well. Manav, I'll begin with you. Well, the Prime Minister once again attacking Didi, that Sandeshkhali was something that could have been handled differently by the TMC. Instead of, taking charge of the situation, the TMC was busy safeguarding the culprits. How would you respond to these charges?
First of all, namaskar to the nation. I could understand what the Pramukh Pracharak of the country wants to say. He believes that Bengal is in agony? No. Because he does not understand what is empathy and he does not understand what agony is. He has never addressed Manipur. He has never addressed what has happened in Uttar Pradesh. He has never addressed the wrestlers, the decorated wrestlers of our country. About Sandeshkhali, it has proven by far that 56 days which were held by High Court when there was a stay, there was a kind of an order which we could not intercept the arrest. But we just got, not even 42 hours, we arrested the culprit. We wanted the custody, the police custody of the culprit, but as you know, BJP never wants to come out of the original data because the data chori of the BJP is so aggressive that the company like Jarvis and ABM are minting money. The Awas Yojana benefits, every benefit this government has given, they are getting calls, they are getting the reminder messages, and this is how the data chori is happening. So who's Tara? The Bhrashtachari Jumla party. We have seen what happened with the electoral bonds. Today, the country is talking, country is saying ED and EB are two different names. It's instead of electoral bond, it is an extortion bond. Instead of enforcement directorate, it has become an extortion directorate. It's an extortion department. So who's responsible for it? Corruption, woman hatred speeches, the Berozgari, unemployment data. You're talking about the expenses to the exchequer. You're talking about the extortion. BJP has got a parameter which is beyond any scale. You cannot scale the kind of corruption that
Manav, they got 18 seats in 2019 and they're hoping to better it this time.
They went into the country, Mr. Modi, the Pramukh Pracharak, he wanted votes on the dead bodies of our Pulwama associates, our soldiers, our pride. They died, and what Mr. Pradhan Mantri was doing, he was asking vote on Pulwama. This is how this.
Okay, let's get a response from Mr. Mukesh Tyagi. Yeah, you've said a lot. You've said a lot. Let's get a response from Mukesh Tyagi as well. Mr. Tyagi, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm with you, Vineet. Good evening to you and good evening to co-panelists. Let me tell you one thing. I think TMC, which was trying to replicate the violent model of CPM, and they said there is a saying, if you want to kill the communist, hire the communist. I think she was a neo-communism, which she brought in and dislodged Communist Party, but the DNA hasn't changed. The corruption, violence, poll rigging. Look at the way the anarchy happened, which is a constitutional breakdown, as a matter of fact. They did not allow the CBI director to come inside West Bengal. ED officials were beaten up. And then Sandeshkhali happened. Look at what the Calcutta High Court had said. It basically lambasted West Bengal government for taking a very lenient position on Sandeshkhali. And eventually he was arrested, but he was arrested under tremendous pressure as West Bengal government was left with no choice. So there was an endorsement of extortion.
So you're saying that he was being shielded by the TMC?
Obviously, he was shielded by TMC, otherwise he could have been arrested straight away. They did not know where his whereabouts. They did not know where is he gone. And in the broad daylight, women were being raped and extortion was happening, land grabbing was happening. It was like a fiefdom of Shahjahan Sheikh. And it was known to the West Bengal government. Is West Bengal government deaf or blind that they did not know such a blatant? Still, the ladies came out and started lodging a complaint. It's a BJP which rescued those women, as a matter of fact. If they had not raised this hue and cry, that man would have perpetrated the violence and atrocities on the innocent women. So BJP is trying to revamp the West Bengal. And let me tell you, Vineet, our position, we started somewhere in 1980 or 1982 in West Bengal. Look at our vote rate, there 0.04%. Now where do we stand today? 40%. And with the current poll predictions by psephologists, we are going to touch 43%. We will just reverse the order. 18 will go to most probably less than that. We are targeting 35. And the way Mr. Modi today in Cooch Behar electioning and overwhelming support coming from each and every segment of West Bengal, I think establishes that we are going to touch 35 in West Bengal and TMC will be completely trounced. The reason is Mamata Banerjee was treating it as like own home, own house, that she is the last word, nobody can enter into her. Ultimately, you are in a federal cooperative business. You are into a federal corporation. You have to work with the central government. They did not allow Ayushman Bharat scheme to happen in West Bengal. They beat up our BJP workers everywhere. So this is the kind of anarchy which Mamata Banerjee has been perpetrating, and West Bengal electorates want a progress in West Bengal. They are now realizing that it is better to have a twin-engine government. So all the central policies of the central government are implemented fully. They attach a lot of politics. 7,000 crores has not been paid. But look at their compliance report. When they were sent the compliance report, they did not send the fact check report. Have they complied with this? And then they blame central government is withholding our due amounts. But there has been a lot of lackadaisical and discrepancies. The way PDS scheme, where the ministers were also caught. And PDS scheme was like there was a huge rigging going on in that. The money was flowing out of the PDS scheme to the illegal beneficiaries. So if this is what you want to do, Talkeshwar Temple, I'll tell you, look at the appeasement policy of Mamata Banerjee. Talkeshwar Temple head was Muslim. I mean, the temple trust head became Muslim. So, I mean, and she is giving the pension to the Maulvis and not to the Hindu priest. And look at the way when the procession happened at Ram, how the violence happened. Then they are coming out, did not follow the route. So she is trying to kill BJP through the, the weaponizing through violence. And she wanted to demoralize BJP so that BJP workers don't expand themselves. They've already beaten up CPM workers. A lot of CPM workers has moved from CPM to TMC under coercion. So she is using full weapon of coercion in a democratic setup, which is not acceptable, and you will see to it, Vineet, we are going to touch 35 in West Bengal.
Okay, all right. Well, Kamru Chaudhary, Congress leader, also with us on the program. Kamru Chaudhary, if you can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Well, the war of words continues between the TMC and the Bharatiya Janata Party. West Bengal is a very fertile ground when it comes to agendas that both the parties can unleash at each other. Congress, it seems, is nothing but a mere observer in this entire fiasco and scenario.
Yeah, you are right in a sense that Congress is a mere observer. But do we compromise on our ideologies? Do we compromise on on many of the things that the BJP and the TMC have compromised on, a quick answer will be a no. Because having out of power for the last 40-45 years in Bengal, we have seen how the successive governments, be it our present partner, the Left Front, or be it the Trinamool Congress, or be it the 18 MPs that were elected in 2019 from the of the Bharatiya Janata Party from West Bengal, the multi-dimensional poverty that the rural Bengal rather, I can point it out, has been witnessing is at par with the sub-Saharan Africa. And I'm being a Bengali, I'm aghast at that. Because once the capital of India, the commercial capital of India, where East India Company started their business from Bengal, is reduced to such a state. And you know what is the logic for refusing the due funds from the central government to the poor of the people, wherein it has been cited that the Bengal government is not giving its compliance report, as Mr. Tyagi had pointed out just now. But then why? Because the compliance reports are not there. There are issues of corruption. I am not denying that there might not be an issue of corruption out here, because we are fighting against the Trinamool Congress corruption that is so rampant in the state right now. But then tell me one reason why the poor of Bengal should be denied their due share in the nation building. There is no answer. This is just a political deprivation of the people of West Bengal by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Because their one agenda that has badly failed in Bengal is the polarization politics, which they tried very hard in 2019. They tried it again in 2021, but they failed it. Because the reverse polarization in Bengal is benefited the Trinamool Congress in 2021, when you all suggested, and other psephologists also suggested, that the BJP might cross 200 in the assembly election, but they landed up at a dismal 70-77. Despite the fact that all the BJP leaders have tried to rake up the citizenship issues out here in Bengal, they tried to rake up all the corruption issues. I believe maybe 2,000 to 3,000 of the central agency forces officers are now stationed in West Bengal to dig out or mine some corruption out here in Bengal. But you will turn a blind eye to the corruption that the Bharatiya Janata Party is getting involved in other states. But I'm not coming about and telling you about the whataboutery of the entire thing. Moot point out here is, will BJP provide a better governance to the people of Bengal if it manages to dislodge the Trinamool Congress? The answer will be again a no. Because you see, I'll cite a small example of the Citizenship Amendments Act that the BJP brought out, and Amit Shah very proudly said that we are notifying the rules before the 2024 elections. Good, fine. But how many of the people have applied for this? In the Mathua belt or in the Rajbangshi belt, people are so angry against the mischievous designs of the Bharatiya Janata Party that they have refused to even apply for the citizenship under the Citizenship Amendment Act. You see the Darjeeling, BJP has been voted for the last 3 terms. What was the reason for the BJP being voted? Because of the double engine might give the people of Darjeeling a place in the 6th schedule, or a place for their some sort of administrative setup that they were expecting from the Bharatiya Janata Party. They failed miserably. This is not the reason which I cited with the Gorkhas or with the Mathua community. Any community that they were trying to play the identity and the regional politics.
I need to get in Kiya Ghosh also into this. Kiya Ghosh. Is there a growing unpopularity that the BJP is contending with, especially in West Bengal?
Oh yes, of course. Of course, when you see scores of people, thousands of people, they are flocking, and they are coming all across from one part of the state to travel and watch and hear Narendra Modi. Of course, BJP is very unpopular. But having said that, I kind of, like the spirit of Congress spokesperson here. He is more interested in talking about BJP. He is conveniently forgetting that in the center, they are actually contesting to barely maintain a football team or a cricket team with an extended version, if I may say so. So Congress is talking about BJP's, corruption, and wherein we say the 2G, SG and RG, they are out on bail. Congress is talking about corruption, where we have listed a number of corruptions which happened during their era. Okay, let's not talk about that. Let's come back to Bengal and let's focus on Sandeshkhali. Today, Honorable Prime Minister, he specifically mentioned that BJP government is standing strongly by the women of Sandeshkhali, by the women of Bengal, who I repeat, and every time I attend a show, I always maintain this and say this, and I firmly believe this because we have gotten a lot of examples that Sandeshkhali is not merely a place, it's a model. And there are a number of Sandeshkhalis which are just, I'm sorry to say, obviously, I won't feel happy about it. To know that the women of my state are being regularly sexually exploited. But there are a number of Sandeshkhali. Sandeshkhali is just an example, it's just a model. There are a number of Sandeshkhalis waiting to, burst out. And Mamata Banerjee, being a female woman chief minister, she doesn't even mention Sandeshkhali. She stands strongly by the perpetrator Sheikh Shah Jahan and on the floor of Vidhan Sabha. And not only that, Mamata Banerjee, time and again, she has stood beside the corrupts. She has stood beside those who have been involved in various kind of corruption, starting from Partha Chatterjee to Jyotipriya Mollik, the ex-food minister of the state.
Do you think you're going to do better than your tally of 18 since 2019?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
All right, Mr. Tyagi is of the opinion that you're going to get around 35 seats.
I'm not talking about the opinion poll. I am merely mentioning the way the kind of feedback we are receiving when we travel from one district to the other. You know, the feel of the people. People are desperate for a change. People have seen and tried and rejected the CPM. People have seen, tried and rejected the Congress. Now people are, they are just tolerating this corrupt government of Trinamool, and they're awaiting eagerly for Bharatiya Janata Party. So definitely, as Honorable Prime Minister says, is bar 400 par, and West Bengal will see a huge surge in the number of seats.
Okay, let's get a response to that optimism that you have displayed from Mr. Manav Jaiswal as well. And this optimism, Manav, has also been concurred by Mr. Mukesh Tyagi. How do you respond to that? 35 seats, and that leaves the TMC with 7.
I was just listening to Mr. Mukesh Tyagi. I've been listening to him for a very long time on the panel as well. But I was shocked and appalled to see him stammering when he started checking on the CPM, voters or CPM karyakartas moving to which party. He wanted to say BJP because he started with the B, and then he suddenly shifted his gear and said it's a TMC. We need to make one thing clear with the Congress as well. We never compromise on our ideology. Our ancestors were killed by the CPIM. They were murdered. There were blood-stained rices were fed to their mothers. This is what we did not compromise to. We are not partners with CPIM. And Congress in Bengal, which is flamboyantly accepting that they are not in power for 44 years, it is because of this deed of compromising our ideologies. That is why you will never come to power. You could have had spine, and you could have said no, anything but CPIM, but you went in hand in glove with them. And when I come across KRG, oh my God, what an optimism, what a theatrics, and what kind of binoculars these people are using when Mr. Prime Minister comes and says we will be getting 25 seats. There was a time when Amit Shah ji stated, okay, we're getting 42. Then the number came down to 35. Today the number is at 25. And look at the optimism. They still don't have 42, candidates. Why? And I want to understand one more thing. I also want to understand one more thing. We as a citizen of Bengal, we as a citizen of this country, we took the march light and we showed the way to the country in 2021 what this Jumla party is all about. The Bhrastachari Jumla party has taken all the Bhrastacharis of the country, and they've taken on their own ship. And this ship is sinking, Vinny. Every day, every inch by inch by inch, this ship is sinking.
Well, Manav, I'd just like to say that, all right, you're saying that this ship is sinking because every day you have defections from Congress, people who are joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. How do you explain that phenomena if the BJP ship is sinking?
Very easy. ED, extortion department. Paisa feko, tamasha dekho. And the extortion department is working really hard. Today they cannot challenge anyone because whenever they
What
get the
case
ED
did
permit,
Vijender Singh have against him? That
and what about the electoral bond?
what about Gaurav, who also joined the BJP? What case? ED wasn't chasing these two anyway. Mr. Tyagi, would you like to respond to that,
I'm
especially
not
in
a Congress
context,
person, would not do that.
especially in context to what I just said about people shifting to the Bharatiya Janata Party?
नहीं, इनके लिए तो मैं यही कह सकता हूँ, दिल को बहलाने के लिए गाली ख्याल अच्छा है. You are trying to, I think, placate yourself because you are losing the ground so rapidly. You are not even part of India Gathbandhan in West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee has kicked you out to the extent she said that Congress is a B team of BJP. I mean, this kind of India Gathbandhan has become a mockery on the soil of West Bengal. And this tyrant Mamata Corporation, which stands for TMC, is unleashing the terror and tyranny against the electorate. So now anti-incumbency is rising too high. Mamata Banerjee has demonstrated her full potential, and she ultimately realized the weapon model is the best model to capture the booth. She allowed a lot of Rohingyas, illegal Rohingyas, to come into and convert it.
I object.
Let me. I did not speak in your between.
You're lying. You don't have the data. So don't, you can
No,
lie.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Manav, let him finish. Manav, let him finish.
When your development model fails, you resort to all these tactics. For example, allowing Bangladeshi Rohingyas, illegal migrants, to come in West Bengal, giving them Aadhaar card, giving them full protection. You get into full-time appeasement policies. You give all the preference to your Muslim candidates. So, these are the very superficial tactics which Mamata Banerjee has been succeeding for some time.
Mr. Tyagi, we've run out of time, unfortunately. This is all the time we had. I'm sorry I can't accommodate some of our guest panelists' comments.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.